It's Portland Bulldogs boys basketball on WPPS TV3. Brought to you by the Portland Public Schools. Promise, prepared, and empowered. Now we send you to the broadcast booth with Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt. Good evening. It's February 2nd, 2018, and we're here at the Expo tonight for tonight's boys basketball action between the Stags of Cheverus and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt. Frank Healy on camera for WPPS TV3 Sports, joined tonight by Mike Hoffert, the forecaster. Mike, Portland is 14-1. They're ranked first. They're coming off of 3 wins after a tough loss to Scarborough, in which they have outscored their opponents by 106 points.
Well, that just shows you what great teams are made of. Everyone's going to stumble now and then. It's how you react after you get knocked down. And to no one's surprise, the Bulldogs bounce back, and they bounce back with a vengeance, beating teams they're supposed to beat. And now down the stretch, they're playing their 3 biggest rivals here to end the regular season. They pretty much have the top seed in AA North locked up. I think for Coach Russo and the staff, can we be playing at our best? Are we going to be improving over these next 3 games? Win or lose, they want to be playing their best when the middle of February rolls around. And all signs are, with this team, with its championship pedigree, that will be the case.
Well, folks, in fact, the next game is going to be at South Portland, and the one after that is going to be at Deering to round out the season. But tonight, Frank, we have the Cheverus Stags. They're 6-8. They're ranked 7th in Class A AA North. Every team makes the playoffs, and they will as well. They're led by Owen Burke with 11.5 points a game, Matt Duchesne with about 11 1/3 a game, if you will, and Will Scheibels with about 8 points a game.
Exactly, Steve. And we saw them play Portland earlier in the year at 59-37 Bulldog victory, which was kind of a game of runs. I mean, it's hard to make a 22-point win sound close, but with the exception of about a 3-minute span where Portland went on a 17-0 run, the teams were relatively evenly matched. Cheverus was able to force 16 Portland turnovers, so if Cheverus can get Portland sloppy with the ball and take care of it themselves, there's no reason why they couldn't give the Bulldogs a game tonight.
So, folks, in the last game, the big 3 that we just mentioned for Cheverus were all kept under double figures. In fact, every Cheverus score was kept under double figures, and Will Scheibels was kept to 2 points, Owen Burke to 3, and Matt Duchesne led Cheverus with 8. It should be an exciting matchup tonight. Cheverus is going to have something to say about that last loss. They know that Portland can be vulnerable, but nevertheless, Portland is on a tear right now. We're going to bring you all of the exciting action as part of a doubleheader. The second game tonight, Scarborough Red Storm will come in to play the Portland girls, and we'll bring that to you as well.
Final Bulldog home basketball game for the 2017.
So that's Peter Gribben, our erstwhile announcer, and I think we're going to have senior night festivities, Frank.
Exactly, Steve. Final home game of the year. Classic city matchup, Cheverus-Portland. Team's been playing since back in the 19-teens, starting in 1916. And we'll see our first seniors honored in a moment.
First of all, senior boys, what will happen is we'll call them out, recognize them, and they in turn will make a presentation to a parent or loved one in appreciation for all that they've done for them. Senior boys have Ben Fisher. Ben would like to thank his family, Karen and Tim.
Our first senior, number 14, Ben Fisher, 6'3", forward center. We've been talking all year, Steve, about how I personally think Ben Fisher will play a crucial role down the stretch. Big man sub, the ability to step in, hit a foul shot if needed, or play some good defense.
And here comes Manny Ugu, co-captain, senior.
Manny, a multi-sport athlete at Portland High. He'll be greeted by his family down on the court. Bit of a lull in the action here as
Well, the families are posing for pictures as well, and they only get this opportunity once, so.
Exactly. In a moment that cannot be done perfectly either, Steve.
Next, Ron Moss. We'd like to thank his mom, Al, Dad Terry, Camilla, Denise Mia, and all the rest of his family and friends. Ron Moss.
Ron Moss. Steve, what more can we say than one of the best players ever to don the Portland High School blue and white?
That really says it all, Frank.
Best player in the state, tremendous guard, player with the ability to put a team on his back and really raise their level of competition, as we've seen for the last 4 years. 4-year varsity player, 3 years as a starter, impact player, of course, leading the Bulldogs to back-to-back state titles as they make a run at the shot at history.
Number 10, Quinn Clark. Quinn Clark, a tremendous athlete, single A North Conference football kicker, an all-state soccer player for the Class A West Southern Maine champion soccer team, as well as the Class A North football team. A tremendous athlete.
Jack of all trades.
Basketball team would be Lino Ben.
Number 24, Lino Ben coming out.
And coaches.
Ben providing some solid minutes inside.
I'm going to call him Dr. Duncanstein. He's the only player that we know of on the team that can dunk, and who has done it in a game. He did it last year in a game. It came very close this year.
We've seen some tremendous spring as Mr. Lino Ben is greeted by his family and longtime Portland High Earth Science teacher Christine Berceris.
Part of the Twin Towers, if you will, as he and Trey Ballou are both 6'5". Tallest players on the Bulldog team.
On the team, Griffin Foley. He would like to thank his mom, Trina, his dad, Phil, the whole Dean family, their family, for the time, love, and support throughout the years.
Certainly one of my favorites. Just a tremendous athlete, acrobatic, great talent, and a great family as well. As he holds a baby, I don't know, maybe he's going to be Senator Foley at some point. But
Griffin Foley, absolutely one of the better players we've seen. 3-year starter for Portland, key on 2 state championship teams. As Cheverus honoring their seniors. Number 2, Will Scheibels. Will Scheibels, of course, the son of Scott and Karen Scheibels, both Portland Public School teachers. And number 21, Tobias Efren.
Presentation to Ms. Jepson and his wife for all of their help and all of their support throughout the season.
Efren appears to be about the 4th leading scorer on Cheverus.
And as here we have the Portland High captains, who will present flowers to Portland High Assistant Principal Kim Wyke.
And I think also, so we've got that, which is great. And then I think Tehran is on his way down with some flowers. I'm not sure if it's for the cheerleaders or who.
I think it's for Portland High Principal Sheila Jepson.
It is indeed terrific.
All right, and we have finally one more picture, I guess.
And so as the captains go down to pose with Miss Jepson.
Needless to say, tremendous school spirit here at Portland High School, and the administration taking part in the athletic functions.
And again, as I say, we have one more recognition here tonight. We have a couple of former Portland High School players here this evening to help out with the presentation. Robert Pillsbury, first Portland High School player to reach 1,000 points. Way back in 1999. Also, a few years, 5 years later, Rocco Toppy, that's 2004.
Well, we know what this is going to be. The 2,000-point scorers.
Ron Moss, who passed the 1,000-point mark a week or two ago.
And tremendous moment here for Teron Moss. The ability, having the opportunity here to pose with Rocco Toppy and Robert Pillsbury. So now, right here, Steve, at center court, we have the 3 leading scorers in Portland High School history. Of course, Pillsbury, Toppy, and Moss, all 1,000-point scorers, all state champions, all playing under Coach Russo.
That is just absolutely amazing to hear. And of course, only 3,000-point scorers in the history of the school, which began in 1821.
Exactly. First basketball season, I believe, was 1907-08, although we'll have to check with Mr. Gribben at halftime. We can get you the exact year, the exact date.
Well, you just cut a century off of my my hyperbole.
A century of no basketball, but impressive nonetheless.
This is the 185th game between Cheverus and Portland High School. Here are the starting lineups. At forward for Cheverus, number 11, 6'4", junior co-captain Matt Duchesne. At forward for Portland, number 20, 6'2", senior co-captain Griffin Foley. Another starting forward from Cheverus, number 33, 6'3", sophomore Luke Stovall. Portland, number 24, 6'5", senior, Lino Ben.
Lino starts tonight.
Cheverus, number 24, 6'8", the junior, Patrick Foster.
Coach Russo going with the senior.
Number 14, 6'3", senior, Ben Fisher.
Along with Ben Fisher. Fisher and Yugu, not Fisher and Ben, that is, not typical starters.
6'2", senior, co-captain Tobias Efron. That guy for Portland, number 12, 5'9", senior, co-captain Manny Yugu. And the other starting players are from Cheverus, number 2, 5'8", senior, co-captain Lil Scheibels. And for Portland, number 4, 5'11", senior, co-captain Teron Moss.
Portland starting seniors, they'd start more if they had them. Just a class move by Coach Russo.
Oh, absolutely, and he can't start 6 players, so
And 3 officials.
Quinn Clark will come off the bench, and I would expect to see him relatively early in this game.
And now, would everybody please stand for our national anthem?
Folks, we're going to get started in a moment. Okay, so lining up at center court here will be Lino Ben. And he will face off, if you will, against Luke Stovall.
185th matchup, as we heard from Mr. Gribben. Portland leading 94-90, and they'll control the tip.
Fisher up and not in. Stovall with the rebound. Cheverus quickly up court inside. Quick hands of Lino Ben caused that turnover. And here's Manny.
Good high screen.
Rebound will come to Tobias Efron. Quickly pushed up court by Cheverus. Scheibels.
Portland showing a 2-3 zone here. Look for Cheverus, try to work the ball into the high post. Skip it over the top for a shot if possible. Foster had a shot there, but gave it away.
Yeah, and those are the quick hands of Ben Fisher that caused that turnover. In
Nice
the corner,
ball
Manny.
movement.
A little cold tonight.
Good battle by Fisher inside.
Great hustle. Oop. Oh my gosh. Acrobatic move. Oh my goodness.
And gets it back.
You know, Ben. And
Ben
the basket will
tapping
go
it
to
out.
Manny. Well, you don't lose anything by having your senior start either. I mean, just this
Not if you're Portland.
great depth. That was a travel.
We'll have a travel on Efren. 3 quick turnovers for Portland here, or for Cheverus, that is. The Stags want to hang with this tough Bulldogs team. They're going to have to take better care of the basketball.
Ben outside.
Cheverus out in man-to-man.
Manny posted a little bit of a post there, but comes out now to the foul line. He's guarded by Patrick Foster. Here comes Tehran.
We'll have a foul, I believe. We'll see who the foul's on. Will be on 33, Luke Stovall.
Stovall had 9 points, his best effort against Noble the last game, in which Cheverus won 71-21. Cheverus is coming off of 2 wins.
Portland ice cold, the foul line at Bonnie Eagle, and starting off cold here. So definitely room for improvement.
Another rebound for Stovall.
Here's the 2-2-1 from Portland. Here comes the trap.
Broken. Shane with a long pass over to Foster. Scheibel's inside.
Slash by Scheibels, and he'll be fouled. And we'll have a block called on Ben Fisher.
And as you suggested, set to check in for the Bulldogs will be Quinn Clark, senior.
I'm not sure what that clarification was.
I guess 2 shots.
Not sure what else it would be. Certainly wasn't a 3-point attempt. Scheibels nets the first.
Cheverus' first point, it's 2-1. Toronto will take a seat, and Quinn Clark will come in. We're going to have a foul on Ben.
This will be Cheverus ball into the basket.
No, it's going to be a Cheverus foul, I guess.
No, it will be on Ben.
Yeah, it will be, yeah.
Kind of over the back on 21 device Efren.
Too far.
And that will be another Cheverus turnover.
4 for Cheverus, none for Portland. 5:45 left in the first quarter. 2-1 is the score in a low-scoring contest in the first couple of minutes.
Sounds like we're calling a baseball game here, Steve. Portland showing good motion.
Yeah. Manny skies up there and gets his own rebound.
Now he just kind of sticks with the play there.
Pushed up court is DeShane now to Scheibels. In the corner is Foster.
And Portland's still showing 2-3 zone. Cheverus trying to move, get behind that zone.
We don't see a Portland zone often, Frank, on D.
Well, it could be something with Teron Moss out, as we see Will Scheibels get a basket and a foul.
Nifty move there, left-handed layup. Ben Fisher will be assessed with his second foul, and Scheibels will be at the line again.
Chance to tie it for the Stags here in the early going.
He's got all of Cheverus' points. It's 4-3. The Dogs are in front, and Scheibels will convert. It's essentially the Dogs 4 and Will Scheibels 4 in the early going.
Scheibels a senior. I'm sure he'd like to come out.
Actually, it's Yugu 4, Scheibels 4, since those are the only points scored by Yugu and Scheibels.
Why don't we just clear the court and play one-on-one?
There's Tehran outside, covered by Efron.
Cheverus playing tight defense, as we saw over on Ocean Avenue earlier. We're in the year.
Cutting through is Tehran. Nice defense here right now by the Stags, though. Here's Manny.
No, good look. We'll have a travel.
Lino travel. Yeah. That's the first Portland turnover of the evening.
And again, we're seeing a little 2-2-1 out of Portland. Going for that signature trap in the corner. Well, for Cheverus, try to get it over, then get it to the middle.
Shane with the quick pass out to Efron. It looked like a few steps there, but...
Pat Foster's shot no good. Rebound to Moss. And here we go.
Ooh, coast to coast. Gets his own rebound. Fights.
And he'll go to the foul line. And Steve, I just have to note, good non-call. We saw Pat Foster setting up for a charge, go down with the contact. Excellent non-call. Could have been a block, could have been a charge. I think right decision there not to blow the whistle.
Instead, Luke Stovall will draw that foul.
Stovall's second.
In and out. Checking in for Cheverus will be number 5, Owen Burke, second leading scorer on the team. Actually, the leading scorer on the team. Had a great year. And Tehran finds his touch as it is 5-4, a 1-point lead. Many steals.
Great steal. That's what Portland can do to you. They can just get a quick turnover, quick basket.
Foster for 3.
Foster's shots online, just not going in.
And Yugu just threw that out off of Efron.
Of course, as we mentioned in the first Cheverus game, Patrick Foster, younger brother of Dan Foster, who was on Cheverus teams when I was in high school, one of my classmates. Tremendous shooter. So not at all surprised to see a Foster pulling the trigger from behind the arc.
Oh my goodness, in and out. And the rebound will come once again to Efron, and he'll have a foul on Lino Ben.
A little reach there.
That'll be his second foul of the night.
Joe Russo looking down the bench as we see Ben Fisher set to check in, along with number 3, Kara Oriem for Cheverus.
Not a huge crowd here tonight. It is a Friday night. I'm not sure what else is going on. We know we have the girls' game here as well afterwards.
Well, part of it might be the 5:30 start, but we haven't seen tremendous crowds all year, Steve. Good Cheverus break.
Oriem. Whew. Nice save by Duchesne.
Cheverus a little frenetic. They have to pull back.
Inside to Duchesne. He's going to kick it out to Foster. And here is Burke.
A good ball movement. Burke hits the 3. We'll have a timeout, Cheverus.
So, 2:21 left here in the first quarter. The score is Cheverus 7 and your Bulldogs 7. Okay. We have Clark, Foley, Moss, Yugu, and Fisher.
We've yet to see an underclassman in this game for the Bulldogs. All seniors. Nice double help side. And that stays Portland basketball.
Will Scheibels will check in for Matt Duchesne. Oops, too much.
Lee Cheverus ball. Second Portland turnover. So 4 for the Stags.
Here comes Burke.
Portland still showing 2-2-1 here.
Tehran wanted that. He was anticipating it.
Well, if you're going to throw that skip pass, you better get it there in time.
Duchesne, here comes Tehran. Quickly pushes it down. Manny kicks it out to Quinn. In and out.
Not much falling for Portland early on.
The score is 7-up with 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Oop. Well, that's a nice way to step in there, Efron.
Good dribble, drive, and kick.
Oh, a block by Griffin Foley. But inside, and Moss with the rebound tries to push it down, loses it. Here comes Oriem.
He will be fouled.
By Quinn Clark.
Open foul, number 10, Quinn Clark, his first. Team foul for 5.
Set to check in for the Stags is number 12.
He is not on our roster.
No, he's not.
Not on either roster.
Might be Cam Harris. We'll see. Oh, excuse me. It's number 42, Richard Joyce. So that takes care of that. Yes, I'm an umpire, and yes, I wear glasses. Teron Moss with the rebound. Oh, that kicks it out to Quinn Clark. He's going to take it from the other side, and this time he's going to convert. Well, there you go, folks. If you're going to have Quinn Clark converting threes, then you're going to, during this time of the season, what a save! What a save by Burke, but
Steve,
a little bit wild.
I was just about to announce that Cheverus had a lead. And Oriem goes down hard.
That really all started, though, with Owen Burke's acrobatic save. It's going to be on Fisher.
It'll be 3 fouls on Ben Fisher here. We see Wino Ben getting ready to check back in.
Perhaps, let's see, Oriem converts that. And number 24, Patrick Foster, will check back in for Owen Burke.
Oriem with a chance to tie it up again here. And he does.
Jinx, 1, 2, 3. 10-10 is the score. Half a minute left in the first quarter, rather. Manny does not convert. Scheibels with the rebound. Quickly up court, and we'll see.
He'll be fouled. That's going to go against Hugo. And Scheibels will be shooting 1-1. As Portland is now in the penalty. Scheibels 8 seconds on the clock. Chance to give Cheverus the lead again.
Tehran with another rebound. His 5th of the night. Manny cross court to Quinn Clark. Go ahead, Quinn. Why not? Yes, he makes the shot at the buzzer.
He gave it up once, got it back, knocked it down.
It's 13-10. We'll bring you second quarter action in a moment. So I just got a chance to see one of my favorite people in the house, Therese Myatt, great teacher, English teacher at Portland High School, for whom we have such a high regard, and I think you know that woman, Frank.
I certainly do. My mother, great teacher. Helped me a ton over the years with my material. And an avid Portland High School fan.
And here we go. Owen Burke now to take it in. Only 3 players in both teams have scored so far. Scheibels, Oriem, and Burke for Cheverus, and Moss, Clark, and Ugu for Portland.
Oh, we'll have a travel before the pass there. 5th Cheverus turnover. They really took care of the ball quite well in the last 5 minutes of that first quarter, which allowed them to hang with the Bulldogs a little bit.
Well, the Dogs are up by 3. Tehran floats it in. It doesn't fall. But there is Ugu.
A nice hustle there, getting after the loose ball. And it's going to drop. Basket will count. The continuation.
Cheverus foul. Number 2 is Cheverus' first.
Foul will be on Scheibels. Cheverus' 3rd team foul. As we have Ugu with an opportunity to make it 3-point play.
And he does. Manny Ugu leading the Dogs in scoring with 9. Trap is on.
Oh, 1-2-2 this time. Coach Russo scrambled it up.
Oh, Clark is right there. And great defense as Manny will come up with the rebound. Kicks it up to Griffin Foley, and it will stay as Portland ball.
Ugu will pull it back.
Floats it off the glass. Tehran Moss for 2, his 3rd point of the game. 16-10. Minute and a half into the 3rd quarter.
Ben a little late on the read there, but Portland gets the steal anyway.
Manny Ugu. Oop.
That'll be offensive foul. It'll be Manny's 2nd personal foul.
It's a little trade turnovers.
8 on the Bulldogs. Turnover battle, we have 6 for Cheverus, 4 for Portland.
18 fouls.
As we see Fisher checking back in.
Ben Fisher back in.
Linu Ben will take a seat, and Ben Fisher has 3 fouls in the game.
And we're back to 2-2-1. Cheverus running Burke in the middle of that zone press.
The deep pass caught by Efren.
Offensive foul against Foster before the shot. Foster trying to back his way in with a lot of control. And that'll be Cheverus' 4th team foul.
Cheverus foul number 24, Patrick. His first team foul number 4, Lino Ben.
Lino Ben in now for Manny Ugu. There's been a lot of free substitutions here for Portland.
You're really staying within that senior rotation. We've yet to see an underclassman in.
Foley does not convert. Duchesne with a rebound, and he goes up and down, but he's fouled by Ben.
I believe that'll be 3 on Lino Ben.
Crowd is not happy with that, at least the Portland side of things.
And Duchesne will be shooting 1-1.
Looking for his first points of the evening. The 2nd leading scorer on the Cheverus team.
Efren with the offensive rebound.
And Duchesne for 3. This time Moss gets the rebound. As Griffin Foley.
8-0 current Portland run. Fadeaway is no good.
Foster up and in.
A nice little short jumper for Patrick Foster.
It's 18-12. The Dogs up by 6. 5 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first half. Double team. Out to Ben.
Moss will call out a set. High screen coming from Fisher.
Pass inside to Ben.
Good
He's
look.
fouled.
I believe he'll be fouled by Foster. We'll see. We'll wait for the indication. And it will be on Owen Burke, number 5.
Number 5, Owen Burke, his first team foul number 5.
5th Cheverus foul.
Bodie, getting his back, number 3.
Last game against Portland, Cheverus had about 12. All of their players scored a point, it seems.
They really spread it around. They don't really have a Teron Moss they can lean on. And certainly a team that fights hard, is not going to quit, even against the best of Bulldog teams.
And folks, they're in this game right now.
Absolutely. 2-possession game, as we're down here with 4.5 left in the first half.
Oh,
Travel.
they're going to call it travel. Second time for Ben. He made that move. It's a tough one.
And really, that's that back foot travel. Ben faking left, putting the dribble down right, but picking up his left foot before the dribble goes down.
Joe Russo, coach, ever patient. Oh my gosh, what a play by
Unbelievable.
Teron Moss.
What a steal, and the awareness to get it off the Cheverus player. The 7th Stags turnover.
Scheibels will check back in for Efren.
In for Tobias.
Quinn Clark comes out at the 3-point line here. Inside behind his back, Griffin Foley. Clark kicks it out to Teron.
Scheibels with the rebound, kicking it up.
On the break.
Great court vision by Will Scheibels to find Patrick Foster for the lay-in.
Foster's 4th point of the game. It's a 4-point Portland lead, 18-14. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Fisher inside.
Nice motion by Ben Fisher to get behind the defense. Foley finds him.
20-14. Back to 6. Stovall. Oh, Oriem a little bit.
Great hustle by Oriem. Akira Oriem all over the floor tonight.
A little wild there, but he controls it now. Quinn Clark also ended up on the floor, as you might expect. Oriem from way downtown. Eastport. Up and in.
Offensive foul. Nice setup by Foster, able to take the charge. The Foley's first foul. Cheverus' 10th. Of course, the Stags won't shoot that since it was an offensive foul.
Bulldogs have 10 fouls and Stags have 5.
Portland showing
still 2-2-1.
2-2-1 pressure again. Oh, what a steal.
And Clark with the steal.
Just reaching in, taking it away.
And he's going to go, oh, nice pass to Yugu, and Yugu's going to be fouled, I think, by Scheibels. We'll see.
I'm going to say Scheibels got him with the body low. The second foul on Will Scheibels. 6th on the team, so one more, and Portland will be shooting. Of course, Yugu's in the act of shooting, so we'll see him at the foul line.
That is Manny Yugu's 10th point. He's the first player to break into double figures here tonight. Next up is Quinn Clark with 6. Fisher up and in. His 4th point of the game and rebound as well. who gets credit for it. And now Duchesne.
15-2 Cheverus Portland run, that is, dating back to the first quarter.
It's 23-14, the Dogs in front. Burt goes up wild, and Fisher with the rebound.
As we saw on Ocean Avenue, Portland putting a big spurt on. Oh, wide open. What a look by Moss. Coach Susi will take a timeout.
Yeah, and so, folks, it's 25-14 with 1:55 left in the first half. So we got the cheerleaders. A little chair in between the action here. The buzzer sounded. Teams will be breaking up here.
First horn on the second horn, though. There we go. And the officials will call both teams out. Of course, for Coach Susi right there, he has to find a way to stop the bleeding here. And this team has gone from very much in the game. It's now an 11-point deficit.
Foster to inbound to Duchesne. Portland stays with the 2-2-1. Efren is tripled up there, but broken. Around the horn, Duchesne for three.
Great ball movement. Duchesne knocks it down.
Duchesne, a great young athlete, baseball player as well. Clark was open. Defers to Tehran.
That'll be.
Well,
he called white and pointed to blue.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he meant.
And he did mean white basketball. Oop. Seventh Portland turnover.
Driving inside is Efren. Nice defense by Fisher. No foul called. Quinn Clark to Manny.
Oh, he banks it in.
Three. Manny Yugu is having a monster first half on his senior night.
Coach Russo looks like he's going to go into the half playing all seniors, as we'll see another foul there.
Again, it's not only is it a classy move, but he's not losing anything by it. He just has tremendous players like Trey Ballou and Pedro Fonseca waiting to come in. And in the meantime, I'm not sure that it would be hyperbole to say the word genius and Russo in the same sentence in terms of his basketball acumen.
Absolutely not. Steve, I would say consensus best coach in the state right now. One of the best ever. As we see Patrick Foster hitting the foul shot. I said earlier, Foster's older brother Dan was my class out of Cheverus. And I remember seeing young Patrick Foster sitting in the stands watching the games. Now he's out there hitting big shots for the Stags himself.
It's 28-19. There's 44 seconds left in the half. Kicked out to Clark, who's covered. And he'll kick it out to Manny. Why not? That man is on fire.
More pressure here. Again, 2-2-1. Cheverus handled the pressure pretty well tonight.
Manny Yuga with 18 first half points. 17 seconds left.
10 seconds left. See, Cheverus pulls it out, and they will for one.
Oh, Duchesne fakes, but instead Manny has it. He's got 4 seconds. Oh, what a nifty move to end the half with an exclamation point. Manny Yugu. What a tremendous half for Manny Yugu. And the Portland Bulldogs, they will go in to the locker room at halftime with a 33-19 lead. So we're joined by Mike Hoffer at halftime. Mike, the Dogs were up 13-10 only by 3 points at the first quarter, and then all heck broke loose.
Well, what a game for Manny Hugo. I mean, we all know how athletic he is and all the contributions he gives to this team, but he doesn't usually go off in the scoring column. 20 first-half points, add in 5 rebounds, 4 steals. Probably his best game in a Bulldogs uniform, and it's only half over. Very impressive for one of the team's integral seniors on senior night, and we've seen some good minutes for Lino Ben and Fisher as well, even though they've been battling foul trouble. So nice to see some kids who aren't usually the first ones mentioned for the Bulldogs really making key contributions here.
And Frank, the Bulldogs, the Cheverus really held their top scorers held once again to just a couple of points apiece.
Exactly, Stephen. Cheverus in the game for about a quarter. Then Portland, obviously, as we saw, 20-9 in the second quarter, just really able to put some distance between them. But going back to Manny Hugo, as Michael said, we've been seeing Manny for 3 years. First time we've really seen him take on that scoring role, and I would say great for him on senior night. Fantastic game by a great player.
Well, he really is. He's a great athlete as well. He's been on the Western Maine champion soccer team as well. Really just an all-around great effort from Manny Hugo and the Portland Bulldogs. And we'll bring you second half action in a moment. So Griffin Foley will take the ball in as Portland will possess first here.
Still coming out with only seniors. The original starters, minus Teron Moss, with the addition of Quinn Clark.
Foley, rebound by Duchesne. Kicks it over to Scheibels. Efren now on the break. Closed up nicely by Ben and Clark. Owen Burke spins. Up and not in. Oh, but Efron. Oh, he walked, but we'll see. They're going to call a foul first.
And Burke looking for a foul in that last play. Foul will be on Ben Fisher, his fourth.
Open foul, number 14, Ben Fisher, his fourth. First on the team.
As we see Tobias Efron at the line, looking for his first points of the night. The senior airs it out.
Ron Moss, into ball, into Quinn Clark, into Lino Ben.
Well, we'll see Ben Fisher stay in the game with 4 fouls.
That tells me that Coach Russo probably doesn't mind that, and to see that the aggressive effort by Fisher tonight.
Oh, sure.
Efren takes it his first point of the night.
And now Cheverus showing 2-2-1. A press that the Bulldogs know well, and we're going to have a foul against Scheibels. The Will Scheibels' third foul.
First on the team.
Scheibels, the third leading scorer for Cheverus. Here comes Pedro Fonseca and Simon Chadbourne as Ben Fisher will take a break.
And the first underclassman to enter the game for Portland.
Quinn Clark also will take a break. All the way through the first minute of the third quarter.
Nice follow.
Griffin Foley with his own rebound, and he gets his first 2 of the game. Foster.
Portland 2-2-1 again.
Quickly over now, and then Duchesne. Cross court. Up.
Good fight by Burke, but Hugo will come down with it.
You really can't look down. This game is so fast right now. Burke. Duchesne inside, kicks it out to Luke Stovall. Inside, nice move, but Griffin Foley possesses. Quickly down court, up, and oh my goodness, gets fouled. That is finesse, too, to draw that foul.
Foley grabbing at his elbow.
Cheverus foul, number 11, Matt Duchesne, his first.
Foul be on Duchesne. Duchesne's first.
Griffin Foley at the line.
Simon Chadbourne is out of the game in the corner, being treated by Ryan Lucas. He's got a nosebleed, I think. As Foley converts the first foul shot for his third point of the game. Here comes Trey Ballou.
William, number 3, Cheverus.
Foley will convert both ends of his 2 shots.
And there's the trap. 1-2-2.
Now Oriam breaks it up. Comes in the middle.
Oh, great look.
He's got Burke. Oh my goodness, all ball by Moss.
Burke waited too long and paid for it.
Pedro. Oh my goodness. On the break. Foley where he needed to be.
Beautiful look. Foley lays it in. 6-0 run for Griffin Foley.
Up all alone, Matt Duchesne.
Matt Duchesne from Owen Burke.
His 5th point of the game. 39-22 is the score. Manny Yugu from downtown. Burke with the rebound. Oriam quickly over half court, and Tehran steals it.
And I can't hang it out there too long.
Oh my God, behind his back, but oh my goodness. The fans are really being treated here tonight. That's a turnover, but my goodness.
Right idea. Moss just couldn't make it happen with that pass. It'd be 10 Cheverus turnovers. Correction, 9 Cheverus turnovers to 9 Portland turnovers.
Efren back and forth to Oriam. Bounce pass to Stovall.
And that'll be a kick against Griffin Foley. Cheverus sideline inbound.
You know, I'd expect that from Yugu or Clark. 2 of the better soccer players. And
well, Clark is actually a kicker, so I mean we would definitely expect him to be putting his toe on the ball.
Burke calling for the ball in the corner. Efren instead is going to try to go one-on-one with Trey Ballou.
Good matchup for Efren, quicker player.
Ethan Thea set to check in for the Dogs now. Scorer's table. Continuation here. Duchesne.
Good ball moving by Cheverus, running their offense through.
Kicked it back out to Oriam, around the horn to Duchesne for 3. We're going to have a Portland timeout as Coach Russo wants to have a word with his team. 3:53 left in the third quarter. The score, Portland Bulldogs 39, Cheverus Stags 25.
Here's Cheverus out in the press.
Thea now with the ball.
Little 2-1-2 look from the Stags. Moss, the one-man press breaker.
Manny Yuga just lost Duchesne there. And look at Ballou with the follow.
Nice follow by Trey Ballou, the offensive rebound.
His first points of the game. Of course, it's a skewed figure at this point because either he nor Pedro are in the game until just now. 3:14 left here in the third quarter. Burke for 3. Swish. His 6th point of the game and the strength of 2 3-pointers.
And that's really what we saw out of Cheverus for all those years with Coach Bob Brown there. Always had a shooter or 2 around, as we see Ballou with a nice little bank jump hook.
That's really what a great tool he has been for Coach Russo's toolbox in terms of those great inside plays. And post-up game a little bit.
Exactly. Those post moves will be crucial going into the tournament. Stay with the steal.
Teron backs up. That trajectory has not been online for a little bit here, but it doesn't matter because instead he just follows and puts it in anyway.
We're starting to see more out of those offensive rebound tips from Toronto, right over the top to Duchesne.
Oh my goodness. But Portland right down. Griffin Foley comes in for Ethan Thea. Burke to Foster. Stovall. Ball's almost stolen there. Nolan Sanborn, 23, guarded by Teron Moss, is in the game here for Cheverus, and that just went nowhere.
Burke throws it away. Thought his man was going back door.
Part of a doubleheader here on WPPS TV3. See if our station manager Henry Guillot actually does play the next game that we're broadcasting to follow this.
We'll have a travel. Foot shuffle for Fonseca. 10th Bulldog turnover. 13 for the Stags. A correction, 11 for the Stags. Having trouble with the simple math tonight, Steve, which is why I teach English.
Well, my wife and I had to stop helping our kids with math in 4th grade. It's nothing to be proud of, but...
They say Pat Foster had a hand, shoulder, elbow, something out of bounds when he tried to save that ball. Stags turnover count now up to 12. See, I think I can do it now if I really put my mind to it, Steve. One at a time.
I see Mr. Dioniso in the audience. Is he...
Dan Deniso, longtime Portland math teacher. He could come up and help us out with that.
That's what I was wondering. Trey Ballou inside. Nice hard move, but it doesn't fall, and the rebound will come to Nolan Sanborn. He's doubled up here on the left side. Oh, my goodness.
And he gives it up.
And Ballou falls, feeds, and Foley is in for 2.
Great hustle play by Trey Ballou.
So just like Manny Yugu had a tremendous first half, Griffin Foley has a great third quarter here. Nice move by Stovall for 2. 47-30, 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Dogs in front by 17. What a nifty feed by Ballou as he's falling down. And another acrobatic feed by Griffin Foley to Teron Moss, who takes advantage of that. No coverage there. 20 seconds left. 20-point lead, 50-30 for the Dogs.
Could have been a carry there from Sanborn. No call.
Burke to Duchesne. Pedro with the rebound.
Moss heaves it over the shot clock.
It's going to be the end of the third quarter, folks. The Dogs are up by 20. Mr. Foster to inbound for the Stags here. They have a 20-point deficit to try to overcome. Duchesne drives. Nice hard move to the basket.
Good finish by Duchesne.
Basket is by Matt Duchesne.
He hits double figures. Oh, hit the back
good pass breakup
of Efron.
Efron not about to let that pass go over the top.
Yep, and that's going to be a turnover. That's a nifty play there by Tobias Efron and not giving up.
Just throwing his hands up, preventing the layup or dunk over the top. And Cheverus will give it right back.
Pedro Fonseca.
There's the trap. Oh, and Moss puts it.
Oh. Ballou up a little too hard.
It could have been a foul there, but no call.
The rebound will come to Foster.
At the risk of sounding like Johnny Most.
We know that, your heart could really be with the team in purple here tonight.
No comment. No, that's going to be a foul on Efren.
No question. Everybody saw that. Of course, people could say that my heart on February 8th is with the purple team that we are visiting as I graduated from Deering High School. I dare say we are having our 40th reunion this August.
Congratulations. Three on two.
Yeah. Now Moss took that away from Efren, that rebound, and Manny now for three. Hits his first points of the second half. Portland's starting five for most of the year are now in the game.
A little reverse for Portland. Playing bench players early, now coming back with the starters towards the end. We'll have
Trouble.
luck.
Simon Chadbourne is not on the bench, so he has been treated for, I believe, a nosebleed and is not coming back.
Moss will lose it. Oh, they'll say it's tapped out.
You know, what do you do statistically when a person has entered a game for what amounts to a minute and doesn't score, and has had, he's right up there with the Dogs scoring this year in terms of
Well, I guess it would be points per game, regardless of whether he enters. And I guess points per minute would justify statistically.
Yeah, fair enough. Major League 3 doesn't fall. Instead, Foley will get the rebound. Tehran now will bring it up. 6 minutes left in this contest.
Of course, for the definitive answer to that question, we'll have to ask Portland statistician Drew Juris.
Ballou is fouled.
Foul will go against Owen Burke.
Numbers 5, Owen Burke, his second.
His second.
Number 4, Ray Ballou shooting 2.
Trey Ballou hitting those shots. We remember how important it was for Charlie Lyle to hit the big man to hit those foul shots the last couple of years, the last few years in crucial moments.
Exactly, Steve. And, whether that big man can score inside or not, sometimes becomes irrelevant. If he can hit foul shots, play defense, grab rebounds, that's really all any team can ask for.
3 seniors set to check in for Portland: Quinn Clark, Lino Ben, and Ben Fisher. If you're a Portland fan, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by watching the boys and the girls tonight.
Nice little drop by number 2, Will Scheibels.
For 3, a little too far. Ballou underneath, though, and he gets it in. Ballou is having a half of it here. He's got 8 points. Scheibels, whoa.
And we'll have a foul.
Let's see if that's going to be a Manny Yugu.
And it will be.
Foul, number 12, Manny Yugu, his third.
He's just the nicest, sweetest disposition, Manny Yugu. Having a little banter with the referee. They're both smiling. And that is the way it is. Scheibels. Nick Galley is in for Cheverus now. Number 32. Foster doesn't fall. Ballou. And Clark will be fouled.
Foul will be against Scheibels. Scheibels' 4th foul.
7 points tonight for Will Scheibels as the press is on. Yes, somebody's got to come down and help here.
And that's somebody's Pedro Fonseca.
who did it in short order. Ben Fisher. Covered by Ryan Flaherty, who's in the game, number 4 for the Stags. Brother Tyler Flaherty graduated, was a basketball player, but mostly a baseball player, and went on to play baseball at LaSalle in Newton, Massachusetts.
And sister Brooke Flaherty, tremendous basketball player for the Lady Stags.
Rebound by Patrick Foster, and he'll be fouled by Lino Ben, and that's Ben's 4th.
Holding foul, number 24, Lino Ben.
Flaherty's father, our friend Richard Flaherty.
Richard Joyce.
Richard Joyce, number 42, checks in for Cheverus. Rick Flaherty actually pitched for St. Joseph's baseball.
Oh, blocked by Ben.
Goodness. Pedro on the break. Well, it's going to be we're going to have a block.
It'll be an offensive foul.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Although it was close as to whether or not there was position there, but
Exactly, and referee Jose Fonseca initiated the contact. Wave off the shot. And that will be a Portland turnover.
that's 4th team foul for Portland, 5 for Cheverus. Been quiet in the second half here in that regard for both teams. Flaherty to Scheibels. Scheibels in the paint. Up and in. 9 points in the game for him. Oh, Flaherty slid through that pick really well. Ben
Nice
with a
dump.
move.
And then we'll have a travel.
Number 23 for Cheverus is Nolan Sanborn, and he will check in for Will Scheibels.
We see number 34, Ethan Thea, checking in for Ballou on the Bulldog side.
At the foul line to Shane.
Good mid-range jumper from Matt DeShane.
He's had a nice night for the Stags. 57-39 is the score. Dogs in front, and we have a travel by Thea. Here comes Simon Chadbourne back from the locker room, and he's going to be in the game now.
Not a whole lot of time on the bench for Chadbourne.
It's like a fighter, I think, the way he's got his nose taped up there. Oh, nice pass by Flaherty to the post. And for the 3 is Stovall. Rebound will come to Quinn Clark. Quickly up court. Again sliding through. Chadbourne for 3.
Well, he had to hit one, didn't he?
He's okay. Hard fight inside by Richard Joyce for 2. 60-41 with 2 minutes left. Dogs in front. Quinn Clark is fouled by Ryan Flaherty, his first.
Hand check, be 6 Stag team fouls.
That was Ryan Flaherty, his first.
See number 44, Thomas Higgins, checking in for Cheverus.
Trey Ballou checks in for Manny Ugu. Fisher, nice hands. Goes up, draws the foul.
See the indication could be on Galley or Joyce. And it will be Joyce.
First, 16 fouls.
Fisher will shoot 2.
Pedro Fonseca will check in for Quinn Clark.
The woes at the foul line continue for Portland.
Nick Galley with the rebound. Quickly pushed down court by Nolan Sanborn. Oh, Simon Chadbourne steals it. Pedro in the middle. Up and in. He just kind of threw off the defenders like they were gnats.
A good finish by Pedro. All created by the deflection from Chadbourne.
Well, Portland relentless. Yep.
We'll have Sanborn going to the foul line.
That could be it for Lino Ben. We'll see.
Number 24.
And it is.
So Derek Ishami will check in for the Dogs, as will Richard Greenwood, 33 and 21 respectively.
Sanborn hits his first.
And also his first point of the game. Hits them both.
Rolls it in.
2 free throws, Nolan Sanborn.
1:04 left. 62-43 is the score. Dogs firmly in command here tonight.
We should mention Nolan Sanborn only a freshman. So freshman seeing major varsity minutes here for the Stags.
Ballou for 3. Oh my goodness. Well, he's done it from everywhere tonight. He's had some field goals, he's had some foul shots, and he hits the 3. Stolen by Fonseca. It's a foot race. Oh.
You see the bench celebrating like they thought he was going up for a dunk there.
Actually, that was a beautiful feed by Nate Scott, number 20 in the game here for the Stags.
We'll have a quick Cheverus timeout just to get his subs into the game, but he won't take the...
Okay, that was a Stovall with 2. Number 22 for the Stags is Luke Knowles. Simon. The rebound will come to number 19.
It'll be 10, Connor Morrison.
Oh, that's right, Connor Morrison in the game.
Under 10 seconds. Higgins, the long-range 3.
Ballou will just hold on to it with 3 seconds left. The Bulldogs will win 67-45.
Cheverus with the choice of asking for 2. Nolan Sanborn, 2 free throws for 2. Elias Allen had a free throw for 1. William had 3 free throws for 3. Owen Burke, 2 3-pointers for 6. Becca Costa, 2 baskets, 2 free throws, 6. Luke Stovall, 2 baskets for 4. Will Shivers had 3 baskets and 3 free throws, 9 points.
So, Frank, the Dogs with a resounding victory tonight, 22 points over the Stags. In their last 4 games since they lost to the Scarborough Red Storm, they've outscored their opponents by 128 points.
Absolutely unbelievable, Steve. And we saw Coach Russo doing it a different way tonight. We saw him playing seniors. Most of all, we saw Manny Yuga with 23 points and 7 rebounds. And the Bulldogs just putting the pedal to the metal in that second quarter, getting distance from the Stags and putting them away early.
Teron Moss had 7 rebounds tonight, too. Brought his average scoring down a little bit, 8 points. 8 points also for Griffin Foley. Trey Ballou came in with 11 strong points in the second half. It was good to see Simon Chadbourne come back after the injury most of the game and hit a 3.
Absolutely, Steve. Good shooting eyes, just never go away. And Simon loves to shoot. He loves to shoot here.
And the Stags were led by senior captain number 11, Matt Duchesne, with 12 points. Next in line was also senior captain Will Scheibels with 9. Orium had 3. Owen Burke had 6. Patrick Foster had 6. They spread it out, but not nearly enough to overcome that very, very potent Dogs offense.
Absolutely. And Portland creating turnovers, getting steals, getting layups, hitting their shots, doing exactly what Coach Russo's teams do to really make themselves a cut above the rest.